Hi, beautiful. I'm going to record something today because something happened today, right? Communities, channels, companies, people, people get attacked, things happen, right? But guess what? Nobody can be attacked. Nobody can be smeared because nothing exists. Everything is an illusion, perception, stories. So somebody said some mean things to me today, right? On YouTube comments, and even they had my personal phone number too, because I banned this person from my community. And she reaches out and attacks me. And I looked at it and I was very shocked by that, right? So I'm going to stop here so I can talk to you. And this happened, and for a moment it was hurting my feelings because, you know, threats and all this, I'm going to hurt you, watch what I do to you and all this. And I was like, wait a minute, there's nobody out here in my reality, so that means this person doesn't exist. The only way, and I'm doing this live because otherwise if I was a sleepwalker, this would ruin my night, this would ruin my day, this would ruin my week. I would be trying to figure out to defend my way. I'm going to do no such thing. Guess what I'm going to do if I try to defend myself? I'm trying to fight the mirror. I'm trying to fight the hologram. I'm doing this live. Right now, this happened just now. This would have ruined my day, night, week, sleep, everything if I wasn't doing the work. It caught my attention. And I told her, I hope you go back and I hope you forgive yourself. I hope you're at peace. I hope everything's just go, enjoy your life. Right? But then I realized, wait a minute, even that is me talking to a mirror. Right? And if the mirror is upset with me, get away from the mirror. Walk away. There is no mirror. There is no her. And even the I needs to dissolve during my evolution. I was thinking to myself, and I realized, I was thinking, you know what? Eckhart Tolle would have really made fun of this, right? And I was like, okay. Eckhart Tolle once said in the middle of a lecture, he said, only if people, Eckhart Tolle said, imagine if my ego said, only if people could realize how special I am. And then he just starts giggling, you know, Eckhart Tolle's life. You know, he's such a beautiful human. And I was like, I'm halfway there, which means there's another half of the journey left. And then something in my mind said, there is no journey. There is no Eckhart Tolle. Everyone in your reality is an actor. And they're playing the role according to the story that you play. So, and then I called a friend of mine, and I was talking to her, and I said, I was like, I think the universe is kicking me in the butt and just poking me and asking me, do you really believe the things you teach? Let's practice. You know, the universe will test you, but there is no you. There's only source. There's only God playing with itself through you. If you and I were sitting right now across the table, right, looking at this water bottle. So you're looking at this side of the water bottle, and I'm looking at this side of the water bottle, right? That is two different sets of information being given to the universe as the universe in infinity experiences itself and talks to itself. You see how I'm sort of disconnecting from the story that I was telling you earlier? And I'm going back to the teaching. Why? Because this is what matters. Teaching is what matters. Doing the work is what matters. Realization of reality is what matters. It doesn't matter if people hate you. Nobody can hate you. They can only hate themselves. Nobody can judge you. They can only judge themselves. Nobody can hurt you. You can only hurt yourself. And when you get caught up in the stories of them, Guess what you're doing now? You're getting caught up. You're sort of damaging. You're allowing them to damage you. You're giving space to damage you. What can they do to me? Imagine if someone says, I'll kill you. There is no death. There's nothing anyone can do to you. Only you can do to you whatever you wish. You think people hate you? No, you hate you. You think people can judge you? Only you can judge you. I was looking at these people. Now, these are the people that claim to be enlightened. The people that claim to have kundalinis. This is why I don't trust people that talk about their kundalini awakenings. I don't trust it. I don't trust those people. It blows my mind how many people are walking around thinking they're enlightened. It just, I was like, dude, there is no, from non-duality, even enlightenment doesn't exist. From duality, sure. But in non-duality, nothing exists. But at the same time, everything exists. But it's just this nothingness of dance that is happening. Do you see why I'm taking all this so lightly? What I'm trying to teach you is, nobody hates you. Nobody can hate you. You don't have enemies. If you think you have enemies, it's just you hating you. That's how being an enemy works. And there's a Chinese proverb that if you're going to dig a grave for your enemy, dig 2 graves. Now, there's a lot to think about. You have to close your eyes and meditate on what that means. You know? Life is so beautiful. Existence is so beautiful. I found out today that my business is being attacked. My community is being attacked. My YouTube channel and everything is being attacked. I was like, who cares? Who cares? Nobody can hurt me because I don't even exist. Right? I'm just this character. There's no journey. There's only realization of the truth. People hate. People do this. People do that. No. Everybody's dreaming their own dream. And guess what? Everybody that you know has their own dream. And within their own dream, they have created a version of you that they hate or love or are indifferent of. So if you know 1,000 people, that means there's literally 1,000 versions of you. And if there's going to be versions of you that people will hate, but it's their movie, it's their dream. There's versions of them in your life that you will hate. I don't know how to hate anymore. I can't judge people. I just had a woman tell me today that she's going to ruin my life. And after I stopped laughing, I was like, honey, do you realize you can never hurt anyone? You can only hate and hurt yourself. You can only love yourself. You can only judge yourself. You can only hate yourself. And I just left it at that. And I just moved along. People don't understand how simple existence is. And I felt the need to put this out there right now because it just happened. She's like, I'm going to go make friends. And we're all going to come after you. I was like, none of you exist. Only I exist in my reality. And I'm just playing this game with myself. Now, guys, some parts of this video might not make sense. But that's because it's very convoluted, where there's a journey of spirituality, but there is no journey. There's enlightenment, but there is no enlightenment. There just is isness. There's just isness of existence. And the existence just plays with itself. There's nowhere to go. There's no one to be. There's no journey. There's none of that. We can play games with density layers from 1 to 7, 3D to 4D to 5D to 60 to 70. We can do all that. But in reality, none of that exists. It's a story. You can get caught up in that story. That's why Eckhart Tolle just, is so careful about talking about these things. He's so careful. And I was sitting here thinking to myself, I was like, my hologram is pretending to do things, and they're expecting me to get hurt, expecting me to, but this is just hologram inviting me to get caught up in the story. Imagine that someone in your movie that you're watching gets hurt, and you start screaming like you got hurt, right? People get scared in their movies. There are, the horror movies where somebody just gets stabbed and gets shot, and you go, ah! What does that mean? You were so involved in the story, you were so involved in the illusion that you forgot it's not you. That story doesn't exist outside of your imagination. Think about that for a moment. So when people attack you, when people judge you, when people say bad things about you, like right now, I'm so thankful that I'm in a place of life where when people attack me, because I have a social media presence, when people attack me, all these things that happen, all I can do is laugh, but send them love. Tell them, I hope you're at peace. I hope you find peace. I hope you forgive yourself. I hope you stop judging yourself, because you're not judging me. You're judging yourself. You're not hurting me. You're hurting yourself. And I felt the need to put this out there. And I'm going to look back at this. The whole YouTube idea. This is how this whole started anyway. I wanted to put my ideas for me on YouTube so that I never lose them. My journey, my video journals, my this, my that. I wanted to do this so that I can look back when I'm older to see what happens. But I realized there are so many people that get so lost into stories that don't even belong to them. Nobody can ever hate you. Nobody hates you. Nobody wants to damage you. Because in your reality, you're the only one. You have created versions of other people in your reality. If I take 5 people, and my brother was sitting in the car right now, those 5 people would have different versions in his reality than they are in my reality. Because he has his own story of a humanness, human life. And I have my own. Does that make sense? Ask me more questions about this. Hopefully I'm not going to get more hate. But if I do, that's fine. You can send me hate. What I promise you is that it will never affect me. But I'm really happy that I'm in that place, that it will never affect me. So it's just something to think about. If you get affected by people attacking you and hating you, it's just your imaginary movie that you're creating, and it's going to affect you. Your thoughts about that movie will create chemicals in your body, which will then change your physiology, which will change the coherence and incoherence in your field, which will change your hologram. And you will create that reality of that stupidity that people are just throwing at you. What people are telling you is that they are poisonous. If somebody hates you, if somebody wants to attack you, guess what they're doing? They're saying, hey, I have poison inside of me. Can you have some? They're offering you their poison. And if you buy into that story, guess what you just did? You just took their poison and you put it inside of you. And because I am so happy I've learned not to do that, and I'm getting comfortable with that more and more. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to put this on YouTube right now because it happened today. Imagine randomly just going into silence, stillness, just grounding yourself within you, even though there's no you, within the centerness of you, even though there's no center, within this spiritual journey, even though there's no journey. It's you can make fun of it, but if you think about it from a limited mind, you cannot understand it. You can understand it from a flow state mind. You can understand it if you connect to your higher self mind. So believe me, don't, if, just don't take anything serious. Nothing in life is supposed to be taken serious because nothing is serious. Nobody has ever hurt you. Nobody has ever lied to you. You are not a victim. Nobody has ever hurt you. If you're feeling anything that is hurting you or making you feel guilty and poor you all, you're doing that to yourself. Nobody can do that to you. Only you can do that to you. So stop doing that to you. And when you stop doing that to you, you will realize that you will just merge into the oneness where even the you will disappear. And you will become the universal truth, which is called the I am, which is the ultimate truth. I love you.